white cerulean, a bit of cerulean blue, and it's a wide brush. So it's a very, very soft blue for the sky. Now, I'm going to increase the amount of blue in my white. So put some more blue in there, a bit more blue, cerulean blue. And I'm going to come here. Oh, actually, okay. Very soft edge too. So this is because of the aerial perspective or atmospheric perspective. The mountains in the back look yellowy, I mean bluish, and sometimes purple. And they have a soft edge between the sky and the mountain. So this is right here. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. I have to let Chester in. Okay, so right now, I just need to adjust this in this sky right here. So I'm avoiding where the curtains are, and leaving a bit for the green on top, but a bit of space for the green on top.
Pretty tiny area, really, isn't it?
Tiny, yeah. And now I'm getting closer to me. So I'm going to take, with the blue, a bit of ultramarine violet. And maybe I would use, probably I would use unbleached titanium. This would be perfect. I'm going to use a smaller brush. This. I'll take some of the cerulean, put a bit of ultramarine violet in it. And I'll check if I need to go darker with my cerulean. I don't think so because it dries darker, so it should be okay. The reason I switched to a smaller brush because I want some texture. Oh yeah, nice, 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 yes. Good. Again, a bit of top part, slowly. So I'm just following the line where I see darker blues. I'm just going to add a bit of more cerulean. I'm going to add now touch of the unbleached titanium to my cerulean and come here and highlight this. Maybe a bit of purple as well. So if you see purple, blue, unbleached titanium, all different colors of cool blues in here, it'll be perfect. Oh, that's too much. Okay. This unbleached titanium will give me a nice highlight. And really, honestly, it doesn't have to be exactly the same, right? So as long as we get a feel.
So
I
I
can,
thought that was mountains in that section, but it's not sky.
where?
Where you're painting right now. When I look at my reference, I thought that was mountains. Maybe because I'm looking at the wrong one.
No,
Okay.
no, it is mountains.
Oh, okay, but they're blue. Okay. They're
Yeah,
blue.
yeah, yeah. That's what I was saying. The mountains, because they're far away, they have that blue in them, right? Because of the uh, atmospheric pressure that you get that blue. So it is mountains, yes. I'm highlighting a bit to create texture and with a bit of unbleached titanium. We really don't need to highlight too much, but if we can create a nice texture for this mountain, some highlights and some darks. And I usually what I do is I wait for it to dry and then I go back and I just adjust the colors. But I really, really follow what I'm seeing. That's a nice background. I'll do the same. I'm going to add a bit of titanium buff. I think we can manage maybe today just the background, just the mountains, and we'll continue next week.
That'd be good.
I'm going to add a touch of purple. Do you see, because I darkened this area and I highlighted this, it looks like two mountains separate. They're not connected. Some texture with the titanium buff. Perfect. It looks good. We might have to put a bit of a little bit of green later on, maybe. We'll see how it goes on those mountains, but I doubt it. But when I see that I'm putting too much, using the same color over and over in the same spot, I switch to another color. Like if I'm using too much blue, then I switch to a bit of purple in there. Titanium buff again. So I'm not cleaning my brush. I'm not cleaning my brush at all. I don't need to. All I have to do is just add titanium buff. Good.
Well, now they're looking like mountains for sure.
Huh?
No, they really look like mountains. When I was
Yeah.
looking at it, I thought it was the sky, as I said. So yeah, I get it now.
Yeah.
Looks nice.
All right, that's good. So I'm just going to highlight the bottom part of it with more of the titanium buff. Maybe there. As long as I don't get, you know what, maybe I'll add a bit of white now. Same brush. Don't clean it. This is a bit of white instead of the titanium buff. But it's mixed with blue. I mean, my brush is not clean, so it has all sorts of colors on it. So I'm just mixing, putting that in just to give it texture. See that with white, it seems to have, the texture is better. But of course, not too much white. And if I find that the white is too strong, then I can go back and glaze it a bit. Yeah, I think what's happening is that I need to go back and just add a bit of more blue in there in between. And once we put the sea color, it will look much better. Okay, I'm gonna take some of this blue, cerulean blue, put some white in it, just a bit, not too much, not too much white. This is, it has, you can see that it's a bit watery right now. I'd rather start like this with a bit of water in here. Push it behind the curtain a bit. But not too much, because the curtains, what we're going to do with the curtains, we have to put some, keep the edge clean, that curtain, because it's going to be a bit transparent. So if you have too much blue behind it, it's going to be very hard to cover the blue, because we're going to glaze. We're going to use layers of glazing for those curtains. So I'm just cleaning up a bit. I'm not too concerned about the bottom part here, because this is where the green is going to be coming over, and it's not going to be glazed, so it's no problem. But where I have transparency, which is going to be the curtains, so to create that sheer look, it has to be glazed. It has to be a couple of glazed layers. Oh, I like that. That looks good. Oh, I love that.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
So when the mountain is dry, the color is dry, I can go back and adjust a bit the colors. So now I'm adding a bit of more the purple, a bit purple in here. I would like to see purple and different shades, not only where the white is. I'm just kind of right now glazing some of these, the whites. Oh, that looks good. Okay.
Is that just cerulean and white, but thicker?
Yep, just, yeah. Cerulean and white. It's just kind of to create a bit of movement as well. So it's not just, you know, solid light blue. That's why I want to put some, and I should wait a bit for the first layer to dry, because right now what's happening is just lifting. So the more glazing we do, which I'm doing right now, glazing, because it's not solid blue and white. The more transparency and the more movement I see in this water. I think I should stop. Okay, I'm gonna stop because